I don't believe in if it happens, it happens. You create the life that you're living. Now, one thing I've always said is the situation that you're in today is a direct reflection of every decision that you made in your past. So what am I saying? Look at your goals, look at where you want to be, and make decisions every single day to get there. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Aulundrew back again. And one of the things that I wanted to go over today, it's really about goal setting, because I remember I've talked about two things right here in this channel. It talks about life and success, and today really it's going to talk about success and how important goal setting is going to be, right? How important goal setting is going to be. If you really think about every successful person out there that they all had goals. What is the difference between the two people? Number one, the people with goals and the people without, right? The people with goals knew exactly where did they want to go, right? They knew what they wanted in their life, right? So they always planned for the future. They always look at what the end goal was, right? Compared to those people who don't set goals and just live life just the way they want. They just live life day by day, right? And they don't really take into consideration stuff like that. Now, if you just think about this analogy, right? Let's say, your car, you're just getting in a car, you have no idea where you're gonna go, and you just jump in the car and you just go. You go down a road, you just keep going down this road, you have no idea where you're going, and guess what? Like, you end up becoming lost. Those are the people who have no goals. Now let's say I'm in San Francisco. I want to go to New York. New York is my goal. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to enjoy my life. That's where I want to move maybe. That is where I want to probably go on a vacation. That's one of my goals. That's the destination of where I need to go. So guess what? I put it in my GPS system, right? Because I know that's the direction I want to go. And guess what? Everything in between is going to be the journey, right? Everything in between is going to be the journey. So what do successful people do? They think about the end goal and they focus on that, and they do the things in between, right? It's between A to Z. Figure out where you are, okay? Figure out where you want to be, and everything in between is going to be the journey onto what you need to do in order to get there. You think about your goals and how you set them, right? Sometimes some people tend to just think they live day by day. They wake up in the morning and they say, you know what, I wonder what I'm going to do today. I wake up the next day, I wonder what's next. I wake up, or they're in the rat race. I wake up, I go to work, I pay bills, I go to sleep. I wake up, I go to work, I pay bills, I go to sleep. I wake up, I work, I pay bills, and go to sleep. Right? That's the rat race. That's just living life on just some randomly. There's no intention behind what they're doing or what they're doing in their life every single day, right? There's no end goal. And I'm not saying for those who actually living that life, I'm not saying that's bad. If you're satisfied there, then perfect. That is a successful life for those who believe that. Now, for those who are trying to do more or trying to literally break out of the norm of what society is, you got to really think about the end goal. And you just got to focus, completely focus. They call about that GPS, right? For me, GPS stands for goals, right? These are the goals that you formulate in your head. The P right in the middle is going to be your plans, like everything in between, the plans that need to happen before you get to S is your success. Your goals and all your plans in the middle and everything for your success. That's how I think about my goals every single day. I figure out what my goals are. I really dial down on planning how I'm going to become successful and get there. The reason why a lot of people in this world are not successful is because they're not intentional. They don't really take into consideration, take a step back and actually dig deep and really think about the things that they want in their lives, right? If you know me, for those who really know me, I tend to have a lot of deep conversations, like talking about the baseball game, talking about how many points someone has, or what the stats were on some basketball, baseball. I really don't care about that, to be truthfully honest. I really don't care, because every time I have those conversations, it's like, what is that going to do to help me get to my end goal? What is that going to do to help me get to where I want to go in my life? What is that, like, what is that feeding me? You know what I mean? Like, it's not feeding towards me wanting to get to my end goal. Then what am I going to do? Listen to what does that help me, right? I talk a lot about deep conversations. Why? Because I'm always trying to dig deep and dig on a whole nother level compared to just living life the way it is. Okay, just being satisfied with where I'm at. I'm happy, but I'm never satisfied. I'm not going to settle. One of the biggest things about me is I don't settle, and I'm always shooting for something more. Okay, I'm always shooting for something more. I mean, I've stood on stage. I've interviewed an A-list celebrity in front of 4,000 people. I got to share the stage with celebrities and all these high-end people. I've got coached by very, very high-level people. I've dined with the President of the United States. Now, I don't say that to brag or boast, but I say that because there was always something more. You can always achieve more. What I'm trying to say is that you really need to dial down and sit down and write your goals down. See, there's a difference between saying the things that you want to do and actually dialing them down and actually writing them down, jotting them down. Like if you ever have a journal, right, and you just talk about your goals, talk about things that you want in life or whatever, and you just go back to it and just reread it. The biggest thing that people don't do whenever they write in their journals is go back to actually read over the things that they're going through. There's so much insight inside journals, and to understand you and your personality, what you want, and all that stuff. And if you just go back into your journal, figure out those things in your life, and guess what? That's another thing that's another way you can figure out if you're going in the direction you want to go. You can go back in your journal and look where you were at 5 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, and see if you're in that exact same situation, and look at yourself today. That's how you compare it. That's how that would be your own measurement to figuring out if you're actually progressing in your life. So what am I saying? Write down your goals. Take a second, right, out of your 24-hour day. Take a minute to really dial down on what your goals are. It doesn't really matter what year it's going to be for 2021, 2025, 2030. The goal setting is still the same from 100 years ago to today. You sit down, you dial down on exactly what you want, you envision what you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to have, who you want to surround yourself with, right? And guess what? That's Z. Everything from A, where you're at, to Z, where you want to go. Everything in between is you creating that. Not if it happens, it happens. You create the life that you're living. Now, one thing I've always said is the situation that you're in today is a direct reflection of every decision that you made in your past. So what am I saying? Look at your goals, look at where you want to be, and make decisions every single day to get there. It's as simple as that. Sometimes people say success is hard. It's only hard because they think it's hard, okay? What am I here to tell you today? What am I here to tell you? I'm here to tell you that if you just dial down and you just focus on where you want to be, everything I just said, dial down on that, right? Take that second to really sit down and write down your goals. And everything in between that journey of the decisions you're going to make, the people you surround yourself with, the skills that you're going to learn, the experiences you're going to gain, like that is probably the best part about, you creating your own success. And if you resonate with any of the content that I'm putting out, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be one of the first people to actually get notifications when there's new content being posted. Please, I highly encourage you to leave a comment below, and I love to hear what you guys have to say about the content that I'm putting out. And until next time, I appreciate every single one of you for being here in the channel or listening, spending your time and listening to the things that I have to talk about here today. Until next time, Aulundrew out. Peace.